Hello, everybody, and welcome to my show. Yes, you heard that. My show. A little news to all the fans out there. Marin has taken a leave of absence. As mentioned in Saturday's show, he's got some family stuff going on, and he no longer will be doing the show until further notice. He might come back, he might not. There's no telling. I just don't want to have any more pressure on him coming from having to produce a show with me in order to maintain our friendship. I'm not going to put any pressure on him. So as long as everything is working out on his end, that is what's best for Marin. If doing this show is causing him hindrance in his life, I certainly don't want him to be distracted by it. So if cutting out the show keeps his life in balance, then so be it. I certainly want the best for Marin. So moving forward, I will be holding auditions for someone to fill his position. And in the meantime, I have one last show banked with Marin, so I will be releasing that today. Now, the show you're about to hear has a little interaction between he and I that we had improv. In no way does what you're about to hear reflect on his decision. We were coming up with ideas to how to start the show, and we thought an improvised skit might be interesting. So don't think that those were real feelings about how we felt about the show together. We had done that a couple weeks prior, and everything between he and I is absolutely fine. And who knows, we might get Marin back to visit the show once in a while, and that'd be great. So everybody wish him the best. Send good thoughts out there for him and his family as he's going through this time. And let me take the time to personally thank him for all his contributions to the show. He certainly gave his own personal twist and made things lively, interesting, and fun. And he certainly will be missed. And who knows, he might come back and visit once in a while. Big shout out there for Marin Flores. Good times. Thank you, pal. And without further ado, here is the Wednesday show.
So we're good? We're done?
Yeah.
So how'd I do? Okay? Is it good?
Well, yeah, you did good. I mean, you always bring the news.
Okay.
You bring great concepts to the news.
Okay.
And I'll be able to fix everything in post and dial you in so you sound like a professional.
Wait, what? You're gonna make me sound like a fucking professional?
Yeah, like I do every week.
I bring the funny to the show, dude.
Yeah, you do. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that away.
But you're shitty. You get on there and you fucking do it. You do a few little fucking moves with the fucking editing shit. Not to say that it's not good, because it is, but come on, man. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Give me a, fuck. I did something right?
Yeah, of course.
I did something right. So I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, when you get on there every week and you do your little talks and shit, and you talk in the beginning and stuff.
Yeah, but you have to admit.
No, wait, I bring the funny, dude. I bring the fucking funny. Period. End of discussion. I mean,
Are you saying that I'm not funny?
No. I'm just saying I'm funnier.
You're funnier.
Yeah, of course. Come on. Let's think about it. Come on.
Maybe how you deliver the news is making me laugh.
That's fucked up. You're just wrong, bro. And look, I could get on there, dude, and I could do what you do. It's not that big a deal. I mean, when you do it...
Really?
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Really?
Yeah, come on. It's not that fucking hard, dude. You get on there, you talk for fucking a minute, and then what the fuck? You fucking, okay, Marin, go. And I riff on half the shit that you say. I make you funny. If it wasn't for me, dude, you wouldn't fucking be funny.
If you think you're that good, we'll do your own show. Give me a title.
What do you mean, give you a title?
If you think you're so good, let's make your show. Let's do Marin's fucking happy hour. Little fucking Marin's fucking romper room.
You want me to come out with a fucking, just like off the top of my fucking head?
Badass. Fucking come up with a title right now. Go.
Fuck. SOS in 30 minutes or less, the Wednesday edition. Fuck you. Were you informed? No, I was not. I apologize. You were not properly informed. You acidic motherfuckers, get inside!
I was a bad podcaster this week. What are my standards?
I'm Marin Flores, and with me as always, my cohort in crime,
Wes Rodriguez.
and this is SOS in 30 minutes or less, the Over the Hump show, the I Can't Believe It's Not Friday so I can get fucked up all the way till Monday show. This is that show, people. We want to make you laugh, try to keep you from crying, try to get you through the week. Here we go. So I was searching YouTube, looking for an intro for the show, and came across Greenleaf Highway Officer. So the first thing I want to do is say thank you to YouTube and to Greenleaf. And under no circumstances do we know anybody in either one of these fields. Don't want to give you that impression like we're some big fucking big wigs that we know this shit and we ask them for a favor or something. They just happen to put their music on YouTube and it gives us access to it.
We just, by way of being industrious and low budget, realized that we could just steal information and material off of YouTube and
Right.
use it as if it were our own.
Right.
Don't get us wrong, it's unlicensed music. Anybody can grab off of YouTube and attach it to the videos that they make.
For all you future podcast makers, that's part of Podcasting 101, the Wes and M edition. So anyway, while we were doing that, I was lucky enough to have my cohort in crime here, and he cut the song up, added a few tidbits here and there, and I have to say, it came out really badass. I mean, really badass. I couldn't ask for anything more. Anyway, which leads us into what happened was we were doing this cut and slice, and it gave us an idea, which is going to introduce our next segment, which is the rewind. So without further ado, here is the rewind. The guy from Wanted says, "What have you done with your life? What did you do today?"
What did you do to somebody today to make you wanted? Initiate a program of social reform.
Does that mean don't be a fucking degenerate?
I guess it almost makes me think of like throwing juveniles into fucking detention.
Is it true what they say about Christian ladies, girls?
I think if what you're saying is they are promiscuous and they're trying to compensate for the order that's been structured in their lives, I think that comes to play with the preacher's daughter more so.
I was talking about them playing checkers, but okay. So there you go, people. That was the introduction of the rewind, which brings us to our next order of business, which is the T-shirt rewind giveaway, brought to you by
BootlegConcerttees.com.
You don't have to be there to prove that you were. So the clips that you just heard were actually clips from this show here, from a segment we're calling Life Preservers. In the future, what you're going to hear are clips from Saturday's show, but you will be hearing them on Wednesday's show. The idea is for you to listen to it and then tell us which show specifically the clips came from. All three clips will be from one specific show, so it shouldn't be that hard, you would think.
Fucking dumb shits.
Such hostility. So tweet us at SOS with Wham on Twitter.
Upon receiving the winning tweet, we will announce that winner on the next podcast. Then that winner will email us at their address at soswithwham@yahoo, and then we can send them their t-shirt.
If you feel safer, get a post office box. We're gonna hunt you down.
You'd be surprised. People fucking give away all kinds of private information. I think they're getting something free out of it.
Right. I know. I hear you. I definitely hear you. Moving on to our next order of business. Is it really an order of business? I don't think it's order of business. I think it's more of a, moving on. So,
Yes, it is an order of business.
okay.
And moving on.
This next segment coming up, this is Life Preservers. This is where we got the rerun from. They're going to feel like they're going through a fucking time machine.
Or they have deja vu.
Deja vu. Matrix shit. I'd never heard that term until Matrix, you know that?
You're crazy.
I'm telling you, never. If I did hear it, I don't remember hearing it. Hence the non-deja vu. Is there such thing as a non-deja vu? Yes, reality.
Yeah. Or you bumped your head.
Right, you bumped your head.
They say that, when you're skilled at something, or you naturally have a little more knowledge, having never experienced it before,
Right.
like acting or riding a motorcycle,
Right.
You have skill that came out of nowhere. It's knowledge that you had in a previous life. And there's a religion that believes that when you're born, you have all of that knowledge, right when you're born or conceived. Before you're given birth, an angel visits you and then taps you right underneath your nose, and you lose all that knowledge. That's where you get that dimple under your nose, that little curve in your lip where the angel touched you, and then you have to relearn everything, but you're conceived with all the knowledge that you're going to need.
Wow, that's heavy. That's some heavy shit, man.
And moving on.
This next segment coming up, this is Life Preservers. This is where we got the rerun from. And just a heads up, people, the recording you're about to hear, it was actually recorded in another studio, so it might sound a little different. So pay attention to the fucking talking and nothing else. And besides, this fucking podcast is free. Wes, cue the jingle.
Here's some life preservers courtesy of SOS.
There it is. Sink or Swims Life Preservers.
Throwing out good intentions to the world to help you stay afloat.
Stay afloat. I like that.
So, Marin, why don't you shout out a few of those?
All right, here we go. One way to stay afloat is to wait for a door to be unlocked instead of trying to break that fucker down.
I like that.
All right. Another way to stay afloat is test your intelligence by challenging it. Put a rug down for bare feet. Stop working your computer and place your hands in namaste, the centered position of respect and thanks. Oh, kind of like when they go,
Kind of.
honing in.
It's like prayer position almost, where you put your hands palm together and like under your chin.
And this one I really like. This will be here we go. I'm going to give you guys one more. And I like this one. I really do. Give the best information.
There you go.
I like that. Give the best information. Were you informed? No, I was not. I apologize. You were not properly informed.
Initiate a program of social reform.
Does that mean don't be a fucking degenerate?
I guess. It almost makes me think of like throwing juveniles into fucking detention.
All right, you acidic motherfuckers, get inside.
Detention. Maybe that could be a segment. Detention.
Detention?
I was a bad podcaster this week. What are my standards? I had a high school history teacher. He was such a character. Mr. Valencia. Mr. V.
Mr. V.
This is Christian school, mind you.
Oh.
So,
is it true what they say about Christian ladies, girls?
I think if what you're saying is they are promiscuous and they're trying to compensate for the order that's been structured in their lives, I think that comes to play with the preacher's daughter more so.
I was talking about them playing checkers, but okay.
Then no, Marin. I never once saw girls at my Christian school playing checkers. Not one time. I'm not going to even ask you where you got that information, but anyway. Back to the point I was trying to make.
Okay.
Mr. Valencia was quite a character, this overweight guy, and he carried himself like scary in a way, but with a sense of humor. Like, you didn't want to cross him. He was a one teacher, like the class clown, stayed in line. He was afraid to step outside those boundaries.
Right.
Like, try to steer the class's attention away from the teacher. Never in his class. He would turn it around you, and all of a sudden he becomes the class clown, and you're the subject of material.
Right.
He would make up the standards
Like, I want you to write 150-word apology or the dead fly on the windowsill for your attitude.
I like Mr. V.
And
He's thinking definitely outside that box.
right. And you need to write a 200-word essay on the reasons why you make your parents upset with the things that I have to tell them after school. All of a sudden, the whole class is like, whoa, this just got really deep. And I want to laugh out loud, but I don't want my homie to be upset.
I want to laugh, but I don't want to have to write about that fly either.
Such a character. I can't really tell you how much I learned in that class.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Learn from the natural, relaxed way in which young children move. It's interesting.
That
It
is
kind of sounds like Bruce Lee's philosophy, like move like water, flow like water. That's his martial arts. Like, don't try to be the striking force. Flow with the energy around you and use that to your advantage. And
And I've noticed that too. A lot of this younger generation, they're talking about that. Because when we were growing up, we talked. A lot of people talking. It's the energy flow, and they do. Like you said, what's that? The Namaste and all this. And then as time went on, I don't know, maybe it was just because I wasn't out there or what, but this younger generation, they're talking about like the energy of a concert and the energy that flows around the hieroglyphics of it, and I don't even know if that's a word. Sounds like a word though.
it is, but that's also like the pictures that the Egyptians put on their pyramids.
Hieroglyphics?
Hieroglyphics.
Really?
Yeah. It's a word, but you're just referring to it wrong.
All right. You know what I always thought it was like? I thought it was like, say like 5 people are tripping and they're all like on the same trip, or it's just like hieroglyphic. I don't know where I got that concept from. But
Probably
you sure it wasn't the Egyptians?
you were with 5 people tripping on acid. Fantastic, amazing words. Anyhow, enjoy your eccentricities and those of other people.
Oh, I love that.
I do too.
I love that.
And the last one, on a gloomy day, put sunny yellow napkins on the table. I like that philosophy.
That's cool.
You know what? It may be raining outside, but you can make it sunny inside.
Absolutely.
We should all do that with our souls.
There you go. And these are life preservers for the SOS castaways.
If only I had yellow napkins for my soul.
As long as they're not covered in snot, I think your napkins are okay.
Oh shit, Marin. Believe that the best is yet to be.
Oh, I like that.
I think we'll finish on that one.
All right. So there you go. I like that.
And that was Life Preservers.
Life preservers for the SOS castaways.
Sink or Swims Life Preservers.
There we go. And here we are. Okay, moving on to our next segment.
Before we move on, I think I need you to clarify 2 things.
Okay.
Unsacidic and hieroglyphic.
Well, unsacidic is derived from the word... Oh, fuck. I don't know where the fuck it comes from. It's just something that happens in my fucking head, dude. I don't know. It just happens.
What happens?
These bells and whistles go off in my fucking head, and I just hear this. It's a word that's just a collaboration of cosmographic, hyro, fucking, I don't know. Something like... You get the idea, right?
I get the idea. I'm just trying to bring the audience on board the ship of lunacy.
Hieroglyphic. Actually, I can't tell you exactly where I heard that word from. I don't even know if it's a real word, though. I imagine, right?
Not imagine. It's exactly what I said it was in that segment. It's hieroglyphics are pretty much the alphabet from the Egyptians. That's how they told stories.
Oh, really?
They wrote it on the walls in pictures.
That's
what
heavy.
hieroglyphics are. They're symbols that represent words, and then they use pictures to depict scenes.
See, fuckers just got a history class. You believe that?
Yeah.
Now I'll give you my interpretation of hieroglyphic.
Except the rest of the world knew what hieroglyphics were.
Okay, so I got a history lesson.
Exactly.
Back in the days, there was this game that we called, and I shouldn't. Okay. This whole thought just went through my head, and you guys just got the idea of what it was. Okay.
Except nobody heard that thought.
Right. There was a game we used to play when I was in high school, and it was called Button, Button, Who's Got the Button? And basically what we would do is we would take like 6 or 7 cans of Coke, and we'd pop them all, and drop acid in all but one can, there would be like 6 people tripping.
That's funny.
But you wouldn't know
like
which
that.
6 were tripping, right? The idea of hieroglyphic was that one person who was tripping with everybody else, but he really wasn't tripping at all. That was my interpretation of hieroglyphic. That's what all my stoner buddies, that's what we called it. You'd be like, he's fucking hieroglyphic, man. And who? Fuck, we don't even know who's fucking tripping and who isn't.
That's funny.
That was my definition of hieroglyphic.
Well, I kind of like that. You're adding color and flavor to the show, and the audience can add their own interpretation of the words that you're using out of reference.
Right.
So I think I dig that, man. So stay tuned, folks, for more freestyle philosophy.
Philosophy?
Not philosophy, philosophy.
That's funny.
Okay.
And our third and final segment of this introduction show of the SOS in 30 minutes or less, and not Marin's happy hour, M's Needless Knowledge. We search out the internet, we find needless shit that you really don't need, but if you're in a conversation and you really don't know how to end it or how to continue it, or you just feel like, what the fuck am I even doing in this room with these people? You throw out knowledge like this and you just kind of throw them off tilt. You put them on kilter, things like that. So without further ado, M's Needless Knowledge.
You want me to read?
Yeah, of course. That's why I handed you the paper. People haven't noticed the roles are reversed. I am the captain of this ship. Little do you know that Wes is controlling it behind the scenes. I feel like a little fish on a big fucking hook.
So normally Marin will do the reading and like the news segments on the Saturday show.
Right.
And like he said, the roles are reversed. I'll be doing the reading and he's going to be interrupting me and commenting and correcting like I do to him.
I love it.
All right, Marin.
Give me some choices.
We have Elvis, Einstein, and Gandhi.
Let's go from good to the best. Let's start off with, Einstein.
Einstein was a philanderer. Einstein is perhaps the greatest mind of the 20th century, and he and his most famous formula, E=mc², are known by virtually everyone. But most people know he had a passion for the violin and that he started out life as a clerk in a patent office. But what most people don't know is that he cheated on both his wives repeatedly. After splitting up with his first wife because of his infidelity, he married his cousin Elsa, keeping it in the family.
Right. I didn't even know he was married once, let alone fucking twice.
Right. Everybody knows how smart he is and
right.
kind of eccentric he was. But
I always known him for that. You ever see that poster with the guy got his arms out like so? And people can't see that, but he's got his arms out, and then I thought that was his fucking contribution to whole physics thing. I don't know.
You've got your geniuses mixed up, right?
Who's that motherfucker who dropped the fucking apple on his head? Gravity dude.
That was Sir Isaac Newton.
Sir Isaac Newton.
Theory of
relativity, no?
No, that's Einstein. That's theory of relativity.
You're right. I do have my shit mixed up.
The theory of thermonuclear dynamics, like force.
Right.
Momentum, like every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Right.
Gravity.
Right.
That's Sir Isaac Newton. You're all over the place, dude. Einstein is theory of relativity. Fucking Isaac Newton is gravity.
When
and the
should
dude
this
with
be
the
any
arms
different?
and the dude with the arms out.
Right.
That's Leonardo da Vinci.
Really?
Yes.
He's an artist.
Hence the picture of the dude.
Oh, I thought that had to do with the every action has a reaction.
No, that's Isaac Newton.
My fucking history teacher
Leonardo
sucked.
da Vinci was the dude that wrote down all those schematics, those beautiful drawings of like flying machines.
Right.
That would never work.
Right.
But he put those
I
down.
should put my history teacher on blast. I knew he was stoned, man.
Yeah, blame it on him. You need to own the fucking chaos that fucking rambles around in that skull.
I have all my cats in order.
Shortly after he married his cousin, he had an affair with his secretary, Betty Newman. In a new volume of letters held by the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, Einstein described about 6 women with whom he spent time and from whom he received gifts while being married to Elsa. Crazy.
That's heavy.
Well, when you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
He didn't look like much of a playboy, but fuck, man. Just goes to show you don't need good looks to fucking rank a man.
Maybe that's why his hair was always fucked up, man. He always had that
bedhead.
He always had that fucking bedhead because he never got out of fucking bed.
I like that. All right, you've got Gandhi and you've got Elvis.
Oh, Gandhi. He was always such a saint, right? Everybody knew him for all this holy spiritual stuff, right?
Apparently not.
Wait a minute. Okay, go.
At the age of 36, while married, it says whilst. I like how they're like, let's give this crazy story some
class,
some intellect, and use clever words that are spelled fucked up, like WHILST. Whilst. At the age of 36, whilst married, Gandhi decided to become celibate in order to achieve a state of enlightenment through the Hindu religion. As he got older, he became more and more fascinated with sex to the point that, second only to nonviolence, it was a subject he most talked about. In order to perfect his celibate state, Gandhi would sleep naked with young naked women.
Wow. The two P's, peace and pussy.
Right. It's like back to back or what? Because fuck, dude. Even by accident, I've slipped it in a few times.
Was that your cock? Yes, it was.
Shit happens when you're naked, and she's naked too.
Wow.
Fuck, man. I don't know how many times my fucking girlfriend has been like, would you fucking stop grinding against me? I'm trying to sleep.
Right.
Like, well,
just let me put it in then.
But it's hard and you're soft.
You don't even have to be awake. Just let me finish.
Yeah. Go back to sleep. I won't bother you. One of the women was the 16-year-old wife of his grandnephew, Kanu.
Holy fuck.
Kanu Gandhi.
Wow.
When he wanted to share his bed...
Kanu Gandhi.
When he wanted to share his bed with his 19-year-old grandniece, Manu Gandhi, he wrote to her father and told him that they were sharing a bed so that he could correct her sleeping posture.
Wow. It's the names. Manu, Kanu, Shanu. Is Keanu Reeves a great descendant of Gandhi?
I'm sure it would probably sound a little bit acceptable if the names weren't similar.
Right.
But they're fucking in the same family.
Wow.
I don't know why they do that. Maybe they change their names when they get married, so they're like, you know what, I want your name to sound like mine, so...
That's just so crazy, man, because he's just one of those figures that you look up to,
Well, no, let's not judge. He wanted to correct her sleeping posture.
Yeah, okay. Oh, my God.
I'm going to...
Okay.
I need to straighten the posture. I don't even have a fucking accent.
I was just
How
gonna
do
say
I do that?
Is that your fucking impression of Gandhi?
I think that went to Arab. Let's do Gandhi in Arab. The sleeping posture for the...
That sounds like my dude at 7-Eleven.
For your wife. I have in mind to correct her sleeping posture with the Hindu rod of support. It is a very very detailed regimen involving the Hindu rod of support.
Oh my God.
That is attached to the backside of your wife. Everything is, how do they say in the Yiddish, kosher.
When you feel it in your throat, you will be fine. Now gargle.
Anyhow, when his stenographer, R.P. Parasaram, found him sleeping naked with Manu, he resigned in disgust. That's when he fucking had it. Like, no, I can't take this anymore, man.
Oh, that was the straw. Okay.
That was the straw.
Wow.
I wonder if that's where the story ends. The stenographer dictates, right? He writes down what he's seeing or what he's hearing, I think.
I always thought a stenographer was no, I'm thinking wrong. Isn't that the court order fucking...
I think it might be.
The stenographer, right?
I think so. And to wrap it up...
All right, let's end it on a high note. The king himself, Elvis motherfucking Presley.
I don't think it's going to end on a high note, but let's finish it off with Elvis. Elvis exhibited many compulsive, obsessive qualities throughout his life, which both helped and hindered his personal and public life. One of the areas that Elvis wanted to excel in was acting. He wanted to be the next James Dean, and as a result, was obsessed with James Dean. He anguished over the fact that the roles he was given in movies were not, in his mind, substantial. Elvis
That's
knew...
an understatement.
Well, he did some pretty good roles.
Oh, please, come on. I'm going to probably lose half the fucking audience over... Yeah, come on.
He changed pop culture. One man altered pop culture.
I'm not saying he didn't, but as far as acting...
Maybe compared to the music he created, his acting didn't measure up.
Right.
But as its own performance, he wasn't a bad actor. Fuck, dude, Nicolas Cage dropped some pretty shitty performances, you know? I think Elvis would have beat him out on a couple of those. Elvis knew all the words to Rebel Without a Cause that featured James Dean and Natalie Wood. Elvis sought out Wood because of her connection to James Dean. That relationship ended when Natalie came to visit Graceland, and Elvis's mother Gladys, who was domineering and jealous, drove Natalie away. That's kind of weird. It's like I want to fuck the pussy that was getting fucked by James Dean. So in some metaphorical sense, I'm inside James Dean. That's kind of weird. But wait till we hear the end. Natalie confided to her sister Lana that he can sing, but he can't do much else. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, he can't perform in bed, which is what she's insinuating.
Right.
But what if she didn't bring it? What if he was like, you're not that much.
Right. Just let me stick it in, blow my load, and get the fuck on.
You can't even roll the tip like I like. Maybe he was playing just the tip.
Right.
I'm only gonna get.
I'm the king, bitch. Suck my cock.
Yeah. The obsession with Dean led Elvis to intentionally befriend Nick Adams, a very close friend of Dean's, before he died. And since his death, rumors abound that Adams had a sexual relationship with both Dean and Elvis.
Wow. Maybe that's where the obsession came for fucking bananas and peanut butter.
Wow.
Make that connection, motherfuckers.
Yeah. That's a great comedy album. Bananas and peanut butter.
And cack. That was his best-selling album. All right, let's wrap it up for today. So there you go, people. The SOS in 30 minutes or less. First installment for Wes Rodriguez. I'm Marin Flores. The waters may get rough. Try not to drown.